In the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OSU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Kyle Fredrickson. Kyle, we sat here a week ago, talked about Emmanuel Ogbah and the chance he had to really make a statement at the NFL scouting combine, and lo and behold, he made several statements, and they were all in the positive for him. Talk about his weekend in Indianapolis.
He might have been the most impressive on-field performer on Sunday during the combine. He was a guy going in that we knew a lot about his physical tools. We had talked about it, at the end of last year, with him about his draft stock. Well, what's going to help him? Well, being at the combine and showcasing kind of that raw talent, it was big. Finished with the second fastest 40 time, second highest vertical jump, and third longest broad jump.
Among defensive linemen.
Among those defensive linemen, right. So, in listening to some of the analysts during the NFL Network broadcast, they talked about how some scouts were worried about kind of his motor. He seemed to take some plays off, they felt. And something that we witnessed, the Kansas State game, Iowa State, the way those running quarterbacks are really able to hurt the Cowboys in those situations. A lot of that might have been on Ogbah and the other defensive linemen not playing with as much energy as they needed to. But Ogbah certainly cemented his place among the best defensive linemen in this class, which is big for a guy who was kind of teetering on that first to second round level.
Do you feel like at this point, after those measurables, those times, those distances that he put in, is he now maybe not even just a for sure first round guy, but maybe even starting to inch towards that lottery area?
Yeah, I think he's at least in the conversation now. For those scouts who are maybe wondering about his abilities, who need the prime defensive ends in that first round, he's got to be jumping up a lot of those draft boards. Now, remember, the physical aspect is just one side of it. Right. They go through hours of interviews and all that, and obviously Ogbah's been a high-character guy through his time at OSU, so I don't know that there's a big concern there. But a lot more will go into it, but certainly in just looking at some of the reports from some of the national analysts who are in the draft and the combine, they all raved about Ogbah and said that he's a guy who could really make that jump, up into the middle of the first round to where maybe a lot of people thought he wasn't going to be.
All right, draft not for a little while, but we'll have a lot more to chew on. But yeah, very impressive to see a guy as big as Emmanuel Ogbah moving the way he moved on Sunday. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.